What's up, guys? So I decided to do a locals challenge again this week, and I was looking through a lot of my stuff. But before I do my locals challenge, or I'll talk about it, I'm going to talk about my announcements. So I haven't made a video in a while, so because it's finals week, and I have to study for my examinations. So it's tough stuff. So yeah, I couldn't make a lot of videos while I was studying, so I apologize for that. I've also been doing a full set review, so I've been looking at all the set and coming up with cards that I think is going to be good when Tournament of Power gets released. So I've been doing a lot of studying up on all the single cards. It's like 96 of them, but I'll talk more about it later in my next videos for the full set review. So wait for that video. Okay, and we also got our shirts in. So I don't know if I can find my shirt. Hold up, just stay right there. So our team is called Team 805. So we got the instead of custom making the shirts, we decided to just order the this logo. I'm sure you guys ever already heard of the beer company. That's 805. So it was convenient for us to use that as our logo because we didn't have to custom make it. So that's all I wanted to talk about for the announcements. For my locals challenge, I didn't know what deck to play. Honestly, there was so many choices for leaders that I just didn't know what to choose. So what I did was I looked at all the battle cards. I used Shenron's Lair deck builder, which is really good, by the way, because you could like filter out all the cards that you don't think it's good, and then just it'll show you a list of everything, animation style too, of all the cards that you would like to use. So I would definitely recommend that if you want to do like locals challenges for you. So I came across this card, which was Hyper Rush, Super Saiyan Blue, and I looked at this card and I said, "Oh, you don't have to use Patora Fusion to use his ability. It doesn't have to evolve or anything." So, so I read it. It says, when this card comes into play, if your leader card is Vegito, choose up to one card on your opponent's battle area and one card in their hand, and place them in the drop area. So, instantly I thought, okay, well this belongs in the category for negging from your opponent, taking away cards from your opponent. It doesn't really plus. Then I kept reading it and I said, okay, well then it says draw two, and on top of that, it helps you awaken. It says you can add up to two cards from your life and add it to your hand. So I was like, oh my god, I have to play this. Then I looked at his cost, like 7. I was like, wow, that's a long time to play. Hyper Rush. The opportunity cost was really high because I had to wait till turn 7 to play this guy. So I thought, like, okay, well maybe I should play like Goku and Vegeta. So I looked at all the Goku and Vegeta cards using Shenron's Lair deck builder, and I found that all of the the Gokus are good. I actually like the Goku cards, but all the Vegeta cards, they're absolutely trash. There's no way I can put a Vegeta on board unless I play Double Shot Vegeta, and he's like the only good Vegeta in my opinion. Um, I've looked at Prince of Speed, but I would have to focus my deck to play a lot of blues. So I could play the. So that came down to the decision. Well, what leader am I gonna play? Should I play the green Vegito or the red Vegito? I was like, no, I don't like the red Vegito very much. I don't like milling randomly, so I'm gonna try this one. So I did. So this was gonna be my locals challenge. I was gonna take this leader and see how well I can do with it. The other part of the challenge is I can't use the popular conventional strategy, which is to use chain attack trunks and go into Zeno Plane God to reset the board. So that was my other challenge. So I can't use that in my deck, which was fine. So I ended up figuring out how to use Hyper Rush earlier. So without using Goku or Vegeta. Plus Patora Fusion's a minus. You would have to take out 2 cards out of your board, well, because it goes underneath, and then play a card on top. So Patora Fusion is more like an aggressive kind of strategy. So instead of using Patora Fusion, I just used Lightning Speed, which is a 5 cost, and it only needs 1 red, if you guys can see that. And this card was okay. He can attack active cards, so he can clear out like problem cards, and then at the end of the battle, he could he mills 10, which is the only thing I don't like about him. But after milling 10, he puts a Vegito on top. So basically, I play this guy for 5 costs instead of 7. So I attack with him, clear out a Jude, and then mill 10 cards. And then if I mill one, or if I already have one in my drop area, because I combo with it, or I used my other strategies I'll tell you about later, I could bring this guy out on top in active mode. So That's 2 attacks for 5 mana. So that was a cool strategy. So I was like, all right, well, I'm playing green, I guess, because this is green, and then red. So I had to think of like, okay, well, what's good red cards and what's good green cards? I was like, okay, there's a lot of them. So I began to think about maybe I should play a fusion deck. I was like, ooh, that sounds like a cool idea, a fusion deck. So I did do that. So so I used my favorite fusions, which were these. I played this one because he's one of the best cards in the game right now. This one, I personally like this card better than this one. And then, of course, we have Ghost Tanks. I only played one of this because it's searchable. And I played 3 of this because I want to play this guy on turn 4. Because I can play the Mighty Mass engine. And then of this, I can search this too. I want to play 2. Alright, and then, so I started, okay, let's play the Mighty Mass engine. So, play the Mighty Mass engine, which is great. So, if I'm playing the Mighty Mass engine, well, guess what? I get to search for this card, right? Which lets me search for any of the Go Tanks. So it has synergy, like tons of like teamwork. I can search for any of these cards with this, or I can search for this. So this Mighty Mass lets me access these 3 fusions, right? And I get to search for Super Combo. So since Vegito is a green leader, right? Vegito's green. I get to access this card and use it, which is great. So there's like tons of synergy in this deck. And on top of that, whenever he attacks a leader, I get to draw a card. So I don't even have to like awaken to do like drawing and stuff. He's already plussing even when he's unawakened. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Right? So I was like, all right. So since I'm playing the Mighty Mass engine, right? Why don't I just add ability to Unleash Gohan, which is a great card. I love this card. Right? And of course, my favorite, Vegito here saves the day. So, and since I'm milling with lightning speed, technically I could feel my discard, my drop area, so that I can play this earlier. Or I can do it manually, where I could just like combo him because he's only a 5k, or play him or he dies or whatever. So there's definitely like a lot of synergy in this deck. It was a really cool Vegito deck, right? So I was like, alright, let's throw it all again. So I was like thinking like, okay, well, I need to awaken somehow. So I could play like, and I was thinking about the Veggie engine first. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna fit all this in. There's no way. So I was like, I don't know, so I'll play Caulifla. So I decided on Caulifla initially. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Caulifla, right? And then like 10 minutes before the tournament, I was looking through my comments, and I was like, wait, I don't need to play Caulifla. I'm not gonna awaken. My strategy is not to awaken, and I'm gonna use this one, Planet M2. So Planet M2, I think, is a really good card if you're combining it with leaders that can draw a card unawakened. Because think about it, you know, he's a 10k, right? And if you drop an awakened leader down to 10, it's almost as if, you know, you don't even have to awaken because it's a continuous -5 from your opponent. I don't play 3, by the way. I don't recommend playing 4 because you don't want to draw into it when you want to combo it. But 3 is just good enough so you can see it at least. That's my thinking, anyways. So yeah, I built a pretty cool deck. So I ended up got all the way to the finals, and I lost to Androids 17, which is my teammate. Actually, I think the turnout was, first place was my teammate who won, Raymond, and then it was my other teammate, Joe, and then it's me. So I think I chose pretty good for my team. There was, if all of my team members got first, second, third, including myself, then I must have a good team. That's my logic, anyways. Okay, and then so I looked at all my deck and I was like, all right, well, I play a bunch of Saiyans, so I just threw this guy in, and he's green, so it's perfect, and it helps me mill. So this deck flowed really well. I also played my super combo, so I can play 8. I always want to abuse the fact that I can play 8 super combos, which is great. So I ended up, this deck ended up flowing really well to where I almost decked out. So that was kind of a problem that I had to fix because I always want to have cards that always plus and generate advantage. So that ended up being great. So my first round, actually I'm going to post all my matchups because I recorded all my matchups. First round I did play, what did I play first round? I played Caulifla and I beat it. And then round 2 I played Ultra Instinct Ginyu Force, or Ginyu, Captain Ginyu, and I beat that and I lost the Cell Chain. Barely though. So So more on that. You'll get to see my matchups and see how you guys think about this deck. It's a really unique deck. It was my locals challenge. So just to reiterate, locals challenge was to play a non-conventional leader, check, and not to use a Zeno, check. I didn't play the Zeno chain. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my next segment.
And the one I go to Los Angeles for Yu-Gi-Oh, you're cool with that too.
Yeah.
So you want to go get your money back?
Oh, okay.
And it's
Put two back?
Yeah. What about you? 4?
Vegito, huh?
Yep, nice.
Green Vegito? Locals challenge. Oh yeah. I don't play.
Yeah. My buddy ran that leader in one of our
Another one.
He also ran
Caulifla ability? Sure.
It's mostly all yellow, but it's almost the same.
10? No combos. 15? No combos. Here we go. Vegito. He's playing his locals challenge. He wants to prove he's the best, no matter what deck we do. He's playing Zeno combo Vegito. Might be yeah. None against. Combos?
That way you have room
Cards in hand? That's not an answer, sir.
I got a 5, 8.
Cards in life?
I should have 7.
7. Swing a leaf? No combos.
Merci beaucoup. Really?
James in the deck. This is true. It's just more of like power.
Hopefully the money message.
I mean, playing red, so.
But you're more likely to get a soul.
Trump? No combos.
He's the one who I'll play it. Go ahead. I think it's a real good
Turn. Sell me.
He's asking for it.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yep.
Especially like it was for the longest time only for like battle cards, and they changed the rule now. I remember I came here Monday last week, and I tested
Thank you.
Move on. No negates?
No counter.
Yep. No. Got it? Yeah.
Next question. I only played this there. That is an important question. I built 2 minions. I got like 6 in there. I also freeze a deck.
Yeah.
20? Negates? Nope. No combos.
I'm building
So critical?
yeah, it's basically the focus by Go Tanks, but I'm also the Go Black in there. The Ginyu force is playing. Like, I'm able to play all the cards and get like 5 or 6 cards in the game.
I'll let you swap it.
You're playing Kaba.
I mean, you're playing red. Could be wrong, but you're probably playing Kaba.
25.
Just a guess.
Activate ability, 15,000. 10,000. Next, swing it leader. 10. And 2.
No negates. Combos?
Well, he does his fine.
Or right back. Is that it? That's it.
No problem.
No same Kratos.
Exactly.
Negate.
Yes. So who can tell the best story for who actually won? Even though it's saying 2
So 20.
No negates. Top.
4, 7.
Tap or a lane.
Okay. And my turn.
I know, thankfully. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a block with it, chunk block, search for yeah. Perfect chunk block if you're out of lane.
I will play Temple Garden.
Discard your Fairy Hymns.
Any two?
Your choice.
Go counter. Anyone I want?
Anything.
Look at top 4, put a creature in hand, or Vegito, put a creature in hand. And
Swinger,
seven
leader
more
5.
lands, or battlefield.
No combos.
Basically, guys. Yeah. Last time, I literally pulled 4 more creatures, not something like that. Sorry, I'm thinking this over.
Alright, so how religious is your character? Do you believe in the spirits?
Swinger leader with Caulifla.
Or no negates.
No combos.
I'm gonna reveal these records.
Yeah.
I just wanted to come down after that. And I put the 4 4 and go ahead.
Yeah, you just like, hey,
Yeah.
need somebody to swing at your leader.
5, 10, 11. How many cards in your hand?
Not 11. 9.
8, 9.
No.
Mr. Du, I thought you lived for the plus.
I know. I do. Normally do so
You live for the value.
trust.
Vegito. Yep.
Alright, take the leader.
That's something that's fucking love.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to attack?
You can tech anything.
We don't have to. I just wanted to.
Yeah, attack it.
No negates.
Okay. Energy. 10. Turn this way.
Probably not.
Abilities?
Yep.
Take one card out of your hand and drop this. And then I
Do I get to choose what I discard?
Or do I choose?
Choose one of your opponent's file cards and up. Okay, you get.
Oh, I choose. Okay, cool. Even better. That one looks good. That looks juicy. And then draw 2.
Yep. And then you have the option to take up to 2 life.
I'm not
Okay.
going to do that.
Take 1. Kaba out my hand? Oh. Yeah.
So he has 25k because you have no cards about.
Yep. No negates. Combo.
25, 35. Attack leader? How many now?
8.
How did you get down to 8?
I wonder.
I like that. That was good.
No colors.
Barely caught that.
Yeah? $45.
45.
Can you scratch?
I just questioned it. I made a great ape stack with the
not like
king calculator, and I just keep pulling more from his
Oh, I forgot to use M10.
Good. But is it from the discard or your work?
Who's that
No negates. Yeah. That it?
Triple strike.
No, it's just not that. It's anything into the battlefield that's tapped, I can untap it. And the other one is whenever a permanent comes into the battlefield, I can return something to share the same permanent. And it's a maze, so I can bounce lands, I can bounce creatures. You can sit on land?
This has an on-play ability.
Yeah, it's a.
By Vegito?
Awaken?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Or if I, because like, no, it's just me. Both those only affect me.
Sure.
Yes, that would be a color consideration.
Big gloves, what, idiots? Dragon Turtle.
Swing your leader with Vegito.
You know,
No
nobody
compromise.
really knows anything valuable out there. They live somewhere in the far world and nobody really cares about this.
Peter?
Let's see, Phoenix. Yeah, the most violent. Yeah,
You can start floating. You can start floating.
Yeah?
Swing at Vegito. 30.
No field stay. It's all battle cards. I have no fear.
You're good.
Oh, I survived. This one.
And there is a Kitsune, which I hope you don't get lost in the magical realm of blue animals.
White spell.
How many now?
Let's see. Following the
10.
next line, that would be Diet.
Leader?
Leader 15.
Guess who does her?
Between their type of necromancy and the regular type.
Draw skill. You're just ready to drop it.
Yep.
Not many.
What?
Yeah, which one?
So we can put one more. How many cards on him?
So I got 2 bags, and then we also have some old World War II and World War I.
Got like 120 right now?
Yeah.
You got 15 cards on?
No, no,
And then we have some open ones from that time here. Then we have a bunch of open minis here, and old 80s minis, basically.
So that's going to be a grand total
So on
40,
these, I went through them,
40,
made a
50,
list of what was
60,
in
70.
them.
That's it. And now
So you see what's over there. Some of them are
And I can't play Super.
we could, I just want to.
They won't even get the power.
Yeah.
No, but these are pretty, but these would be on my
Well, yeah, it's just your
Maybe
card
when we
being
got it
seen
from
throughout all of them.
and some of them are still in little wraps. These guys
Take 3, right?
Yeah.
No combos?
That's all I can manage.
Yeah, no combos. Delete 2. Like my fun decks?
I don't know. You didn't do so well last time with the cooler fun deck.
I know. It wasn't cooler. I only have like 2 cards left in my deck. Swing.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It's 0.
Android.
No, it is.
Nope. I think I lost my die on left side.
No, I think it's no, I'm saying it's 6. I think the 0 is like it's supposed to be.
Oh, you have one?
No, I'm going to what it actually said.
Oh yeah, it's in here. Alright, we're rolling yours.
That's the one back?
That's a 9. Oh,
I mean, we can have a 6.
yeah, that's good. Let's do it. That is a 13. How unfortunate.
5, that's an auto number.
Isn't it? It's a prime number.
You can choose the first one. I think it is a 6.
Do you want it done?
What do you cut?
Yeah, it's what it said. It was
Huh?
0.
Well, the play on words. Here. Cut.
Even though it said it.
Cut me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So trigger parameter.
3. Your whole hand? Jeez.
No, yeah, they give it a yeah. No, it's search forward for playing and
Ash Blossom.
huh? Oh, Ash.
Those are 2 full
Scatter grows.
supposed to be to the second. Oh no, it's the right card.
15,000. Double strike.
Yep. 2, 3. Interesting.
Well, getting this out, that's
Oh, wait for it, wait for it. I was about to DQ you, irreparable gangster. Oh no. Draw.
no. But what I am gonna do.
No problem.
See, how do I do?
Yeah.
No problem.
What What happens to him if
Go right ahead.
Yeah, guys. What's on the drive?
Alright, so let's see how to make it correct.
I don't think so.
Okay. You want to get?
This one.
Draw.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
One red.
So we got 25 double.
Pass.
It's not good.
The energy. No negate.
Yeah, the last match we had, they were super only because he pulled exactly what he needed to tap.
Do you play was playing Rose or wait?
I don't want to spoil what he's playing.
Are you gonna do the other one? 'Cause if not, you don't have to shuffle.
I need
Oh, okay.
They said Mighty Mouse.
Right.
You can choose up to 2 or 9. Yeah, so like
I saw the Mighty Mouse first.
I wanted something better.
Whenever you attack, top half, like something there.
How many do I get to keep? 3, right? Oh, him. Oh, wait. Why am I drawing? If you have it. Keep one of you. That can go away. Maybe. Definitely. That can go away. Hold on to you.
Like a leader?
This is
Exactly what I want.
You don't have to use the name.
So, a creature, so I return a creature, so I bounce a creature.
To your hand. Only you don't affect yourself. If it affected other people, it would be like a 10 cost blue card. It would be that.
So,
I draw.
Which one?
No negates.
Yeah, that's probably the best card about that right now.
yeah, you know what, I'll
Awaken?
15. I'm done.
Okay, yeah.
Cards in hand?
20?
Downside being is I want to cast creatures. Yeah.
You need to yellow?
Yeah.
I have it. Second leader? How many cards in that?
Top. Auto.
9.
Draw.
Turn.
Let's see. Let's try this. 25. I'm gonna go for 40.
30.
35.
You don't shuffle. You don't shuffle.
Oh, wow.
You just look at how high.
I'll be it.
Vegito guy, draw one off the Champa, draw one from the Vegito guy.
Go right ahead.
We can.
Right now, let's go to
Since
I thought that was each free
No negate. Draw. Pardon?
sounds like it's
Yeah.
can awaken and have dudes on foot.
Attack your leader with Vegito. Attack your leader with Caulifla.
Have 3 cards in hand. Attack cell.
Attack your leader with Boots.
Auto.
I mean, the thing to do is to get out on this.
No combos.
-5.
Triggering auto. And move on.
Deal with spirits, ghosts.
35.
Yeah, it's like I like that. I like change trade a lot for drawing the Zenos, especially when you do Zeno and just draw. This is my fault.
No, wait. Hold on. I have 6.
I'm thinking about switching up my mass names for
I play.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you playing?
I'm not playing Zen at all.
I want mostly color.
Yeah, I know. Hard cast, huh? The dying.
Should have added an extra combo to that.
I like the change trade.
How did I miscalculate that? I miscalculated that, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know why this card was hiding behind another one.
Hey, with this, can I bring on the Kava?
I might have screwed myself over. No, I really screwed myself over. Do you mind if I put in an extra?
I know it can't.
Because
Yeah.
when Viva was fighting, he would die.
Yeah, but I.
You could also side
But you could skip it.
the one fusion.
Yeah, no.
That
If
one
I
you
skip
can
my
put in,
turn, I die.
Either play normal or special.
That's enough combos. 'Cause
Yeah, it's a fusion. It's like really old, but as long as when you play it, it wipes the board and you need to play normal or special.
Isn't he bad?
No, he's not bad.
Jeez,
I know
why did I do
it's like a
that?
cyborg with you guys.
It's like a dragon in cyber. It's like a machine dragon.
Yeah, he looks all like. Is he a thief?
I don't know, but I know he's
I
not
can't
banned.
do it.
These people were playing that at one of the regionals.
Can't do it, and I don't want to go back to this. Like, that's my fault. No, not even that. I don't care about that. That was my miss. That was my misplay.
But no, there's only one banned fusion monster right now. That's Caulifla.
Go ahead. I
And if
screwed
he got
myself.
one more, he will.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
like something
know.
on the lost planet, right?
Yeah, I screwed myself over.
He's like, or you could try running the Nichiria that it negates traps and spells.
You want to get it?
I'll get my routine.
20.
Yep.
I
I
rolled
screwed
Oh,
myself.
what's
high roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it was one then tap one.
Yeah, no, either I had gone all in with that, save on for this coming. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't survive. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I didn't see that.
Everybody says that. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Is that a problem?
No, it's interesting.
All I need is 4.
I'm glad
Like,
I
no,
piqued
yeah.
your curiosity, man.
No.
Yeah. How did I not see that one card behind the other?
I don't know if I let you itself different.
Huh?
Because he would have been dead.
Nah, if he would have been dead, that would have been perfect. If I just wanted to keep drawing, then I would have just been attacking,
If you
chipping at
let
you.
if he died, then I wouldn't have like an extension.
Yeah.
I was trying to get into
Self chain?
no, well, I couldn't touch it anymore because this was my only one.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get into. Oh, there's another one. Him, back into him. Draw 4 because I would have nothing. But
Yeah, no. That was dumb of my. That was really dumb of me.
but now you know.
Yeah, and it was pretty funny though. That
You know
actually,
you would have.
that would have been pretty back and forth. That could have been anybody's game from then on. It would have been pretty back and forth.
I would have barely had any cards. I was picking up like a knife from
Then I would have just life. That was fun though.
Whoa. You still have to pay costs.
Oh, you were doing that yesterday, Judge. I'm pretty sure maybe you were doing now double.
You still have to dump the thing from your extra deck because it's cost.
Back in my
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool.
one of our
You don't know. I thought you have to dump it. Yep. Discard one or reveal.
Yeah, more board games?
Oh, never mind. You're right. For some reason I thought you dumped it from your extra deck. Alistair?
Master of commerce and practice far more openly than other samurai families. I do not consider it to be a breach of etiquette to engage in open
I like to play fun games.
Discard, back. Shuffle back. Add.
You didn't chop
25,
it? Yeah, Joel's looking for him. You didn't chop
Here
it.
What?
You didn't chop it?
I paid 4K to negate it.
You judge him.
Discard spell. You got this. You go first.
That's why I untap and play progress.
What did you open? Just like
My blessing. FYI, I'm 2 reapers, 1 reincarnation, Lily Bell, and Ricky.
What is it?
You got it?
Because if he went to 4 card, or if he combos with one more card, he would have killed myself. Perfect spell.
If Joe wins, the tournament's over. You win.
That's true.
If I win, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way. It's only it doesn't work that way. No tournament is ever 2 rounds.
I don't want to play anymore.
No tournament is ever 2 rounds. Unless there's only 2 people in play. Yeah, it's only 1 round.
You want that.
Come on, Raymond, you can win your 6-man locals.
Yeah, Raymond, go.
Yay, Raymond.
Team 805.
I'm ready
I'm
now.
in the team too.
I can
Team
skip
805.
the tourney now, right?
Where's your Team 805 shirt, Raymond?
Yeah, where is it?
I was,
Yeah, where's your Team Spirit?
It
I'm not
didn't
even
fit
wearing
me.
it. I saw.
It didn't fit me. I need extra large.
Extra.
What?
Oh, game 2.
I already know.
He said no.
Oh my god, first.
Turn.
No draw? Normal?
Well, next time activate it when he uses invocation. Then he'll be like,
Can I also do this after? Yeah.
Wait, no, right after. You'd have to chain that.
You'd have to change that first, then do the Reaper.
That's what I would. Yeah.
You have to chain directly to the card game.
Oh, okay. So next time
Larry.
Hurts.
Attacking your blocker. Oh no.
Like with non-SPR?
I'm not gonna combo. About 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
Pass.
I get to snipe one of your cards. I know. And then one of your cards, I get to choose to discard from your hand. Ugh, this one.
The last one? Nice one. Vegito.
And then I get to draw 2 cards. Also has triple strike. So this nice.
You have to pick out your life before
Oh,
you
yeah.
draw the 2 cards.
Yeah. Okay. So now he has triple strike.
he's special.
He has double strike if you have no cards in no battle cards in the battle area.
Regular strike.
Regular strike.
That's
He's 18 defense.
oh yeah. No, what I mean
Single
is
strike,
I
right?
just
Single
right. But I bring it back. But I bring it back on my side.
No combo.
He's at 15.
He's a
20. If 2 are left, cards on the field.
Oh, all right, 20. I'm sorry, he's 20. Sorry about that. Your turn.
Yeah, you basically choose that every time. But does it affect the ultimate?
Actually, I'm
When
gonna
it goes to command? Oh yeah.
I'll get the cards left. Gotta make one of that back.
If I just hold up and just wait
For 2 turns.
for 2, can I do it though? What's the thing? I have to literally play nothing.
No.
I have to play nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing, but
He doesn't have double strike, right?
He has double strike if you have no battle.
Yeah, so then he has triple strike.
Triple strike.
Well, how many cards am I gonna do?
14.
So if you want to win,
If I want to
I know it
win,
means that.
you have the next turn, right? So you're not gonna attack with your leader because then as soon as you draw out of the card,
Double sleeping it, then I like that.
yeah.
Special summon really go?
Well, first let me attack here.
yeah, no, you.
Yeah.
I'll draw my card.
Sure. Well, it's just the one.
You kids. Ja.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one creature.
He's up.
Yeah.
That's turn. See if you can knock me out. Come on, guys, pay for me. He won't use super combos. He won't use it because he has to draw cards.
Don't be afraid.
Ooh, this is good.
He only has like
All your
5
super
cards.
combos.
I like it too.
All your super. This is pretty. There's so much pressure on you, dude.
He only has like 5 cards in his hand.
He can't use this. He can, at most, he can use 2 super combos. But if he attacks with his leader, he cannot. He can only use 1 super combo.
If he does attack with his leader and it doesn't go
Use 1 if you
through,
want. That's all you have to do, though.
this is interesting.
Yeah, one.
What did I do?
Pot of desire.
What's the David D play?
I just drew it too.
Is there even a
I
David D
just
play?
drew it, yeah.
Cards in deck?
2?
Is that a reincarnation?
There's no David D play.
This is good. I like this.
5, 6, and 7, and
What David do?
David do play is
Pass
attack
away
range
with
first.
David do.
What would David? What would David do?
David, you
David do's and don'ts.
No. Play here.
What would David do?
What David do if you put
You're good.
I'm not getting some politics on this. Go after him for this turn because
Yeah, you basically
play a forest.
Game 3. That Reaper fucking murdered me.
Nah, but yeah, Ginyu when he uses invocations, and
Go ahead.
he'll be out of invocation.
It probably won't. But I'm gonna no, it's maximum hand size.
okay, that goes
Because it's not hand size of 0, it's hand size minus 7. Go ahead.
Yeah, on my first pot of desire, I banished all my these guys in one of my first.
Oh my god. You're gonna have to write the ratios down. And minus 9 on nothing.
I make 9 off the pot of desires.
I don't know what you do with it. Just here to find out.
I couldn't do too much with creatures. Not against that.
You're right, it's probably not smart to move, but I'm not winning anyway, so.
What do you want? How are you using
He's
it?
a 20.
25?
Oh, yeah.
He's a 20.
He's a 25.
Or he's a 20.
20.
Or he's a 10.
That should still go on because you only put cards in from there, right?
I guess you just
Yeah.
keep
It has to have it.
Should have.
Should just take the hit. No, because then you can just summon one with single strike. It's a lot easier to summon someone with single strike than it's double strike.
It just hangs out.
A single, you can just do, alright, my 5 1-drop, swing, throw everything in.
How many cards do I have to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Man, that is David.
You can only use, well, you can't use any super combos.
Yeah, I can't use it.
Well, you have mostly all of them, you can't use it. How many cards do you have?
Why can't he super
Still
combo?
14.
He can't even use his
16.
Gokus. And you used how many already? Hopefully a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1.
Why can't you super combo?
Because as soon as he draws his card,
He loses.
Oh, he's at 1 card? Oh my god.
Like a room?
discard.
Discarding?
Of course. Why do I want to do more than one attack?
So you haven't done it.
Should have used it as the leader.
Yeah, but whatever.
If it's down someone else's card and goes.
Well, his triple strike would have gone in. He would have just gone all in with triple
And
strike.
yeah.
Think about it.
You don't have more than 1 in your hand?
What? Shh. Let me fucking play my game, dog.
What?
Just wait for it to finish.
Just
Just
say
wait for it to
no.
finish. Just wait for it to finish.
It's too exciting.
Use hand destruction. He has to mill 2 and drop a jot.
Right over to the valley. So
Oh yeah, you had to play that last the.
Oh, no, actually, 150 shit.
You have to draw 2 cards, don't you?
only if I have 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
Set a card on your deck.
Oh, wait, wait,
Damage get back. Card damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it's
Couple
engraved
everything.
using ghost.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, here goes. What?
Take that
Here's my 5. 5.
So you're at 35. Yep. Raymond.
There is no he's right there. Waiting for you.
85.
You can activate that, so you're like,
90.
yeah.
Oh no, that's no.
Yeah, pay super promise.
Duo, Pappers Crusade.
Oh, so when you draw, you lose. You don't have to. You can't.
Like for light stage?
Okay, it's different than you.
Yeah. I can still activate it.
Right.
She gets.
No, you have to. You cannot activate it
No combo.
until the end phase.
So what do you got?
And then
Called by the grave.
85.
Couple more. All right, Shabish.
It's not double strike. Oh,
Oh,
It is double.
Yeah, it's I'm sure.
no.
Wow,
the
no
auto,
Shugesh.
the auto is double strike.
I'll finish this quick game first.
Go for it. Hey, Jamal, let me play you real quick then.
What do you get for first?
two
piece?
taps.
We get TPs for first?
Probably like a Yu-Gi because they don't have to. That's it.
Oh. Cool. Then after this game, I'm going downstairs and then just pick up my promo.
Yeah.
Guy gave me an idea on how to improve this deck, and I think I'm gonna do it. I'll probably, if I can go to core this Friday. Are we doing core this Friday?
Do you want to?
Slow down.
I'm down.
I might. I'll have to let you know that
I don't know
morning.
if I can drive though. You know, last time.
What happened last time?
We don't talk about what happened.
No, you want to know everything. That's classic David right there. Involving
It's like-
yourself and other people.
This is like Fight Club. We don't talk
It's like,
about
hey,
it.
hey, Mario, what time is it? And David goes, oh, it's 7.
He stole my
Like,
time.
hey,
I wanted to
Thanks,
tell
Mario.
him the time. I wanted to say the time.
Indigo?
Where's my deck?
oh, where'd you put it?
you still stats even though.
I'm gonna reach into the top.
These you draw knocks to the blue
My
sky,
triple
so I
striker
get
will
this
be
or
better
so
than
the
your
rest of the
triple
turn I
strike.
cancer.
Mine will probably be more consistent.
Barely Celtics. Like that? Better than Bardock? Or you still like Bardock? You still like Nasty in that?
Play whatever.
Mind control?
Tell me what you like. Is that one?
No, I don't really like Bardock.
I can't believe that guy freaking trunk Venom me, and I still when I had like 16 cards in hand, I was like bullshit.
Battle phase? 24?
Two, rock, paper, scissors.
You took
It's all
one.
luck of the job.
43, 34, so 57. I've taken
First die.
500, 400 from Cantina, 600, 800 from Liquid, so 12, 17. So I'm at 69.
I go first?
You guys.
I got 3. That wasn't a 7? I'll go first if
It
you
looks like a 1. Cut me some slack.
I'm not judging.
Yeah.
You already got the ultra instinct. It don't matter who can get who to trip down to 3 first.
Yeah.
That looks like 8 cards in hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many lanes do you have out right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Leaves out
So my commander is currently
special.
No comment.
that is 17 lands.
We start a slow descent downwards.
They don't get us. Yeah,
You're gonna get this.
Oh my god.
I was gonna flip
That'll
Alistair,
make this
get
deck
my
so much
Papa plus
better.
Cerberus, pop the Licorice, draw card.
Okay, so next.
Wait, what?
I
Oh.
chain draw.
Why'd you tap a yellow?
So I have to
Oh,
do
oh,
this
oh.
and then chain, huh?
Yeah,
And then you don't have.
yeah. Well, like the main combo people do is like say I was like terraforming.
Another
So
ultra.
you chain link
I'm
one,
almost
or,
scared.
so I would do this at end. You chain link one that, chain link two the droll. So droll activates, so I can't draw. Reincarnation triggers. I advance my hand and I don't draw anything. So you just empty hand me.
And I'll sack him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was like, why did you add it again? And I was like, because I didn't do it.
Yeah, you didn't do
I
it.
didn't do it on the same chain.
so
Go ahead.
so I had these three up, right?
Okay.
So,
More life I have works for me, man.
What can you stacking? Right.
when a creature dies careless for you, it'll land in play.
Yes. Gotcha.
Thank you, play trigger. It's Fleet Swallow. Second, you're gonna land in play.
EDC.
The battlefield.
Mississippi.
Trigger.
I actually don't know how to play that one.
No, no good.
Alright. And I'll have
Yeah,
double
just
land
keep
trigger.
attacking. I think that's the only solution.
Then I will set
No, no good.
splash pad.
That's a pretty good move. Huh? I'll take it.
Yes.
Draw.
Oh man, it's a 10k. I can kill N2 for 4 problems.
Wait, that's done?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
If you guys want to keep,
us.
if you guys want to keep going, it's fine.
You know what? Highest life wins. Nah,
Aw.
I'm missing with
Too broken.
Heading up.
Wreck you right now, dude.
I'll see you Tuesday, right? Alright, I'll
You
grab
going to
it.
Arsenal Tuesday?
Most likely, yeah.
And I just realized how to improve this deck, so I might take it for Tuesday.
Cool, man.
No,
I don't know if I'm going to do Ginyu Ultra Instinct
on.
anymore. I can't master it. It's hard for me to master Ultra Instinct.
You're a pin- If I got rid
Listen to your
of,
body, Joe.
I gotta
if I
switch it
got,
up.
if I got rid of these and the Vegito here to save the day, and I put in King Vegeta yellow, what do you think? Oh, maximum.
I don't want to look at you.
And I can combo for free.
I know, I do know.
You're at
Alright, cool.
7, right? Hang on, I'm gonna
I
choose
don't
on
know why I just asked him because
Caulifla.
Add a black on monster.
Go on.
Come in the yard, haven't cast creature yet. This guy.
There you go.
Everybody knows what's up.
Then I will move to combat. I'll swing against. A bunch of cards.
43.
5 back.
I will deal.
3 bucks.
Alright. Then I'm going to cast Low Stealth in my turn. And
Carried, go
anything
on.
else
Go for it.
Sure. Yeah, I think I do actually have to take this.
This front side is useless with this deck, so
You don't play Goku's?
nope.
I go down. One.
If you have,
Yeah, then I gotta draw 7.
It says remove all drop cards, so does that count as warp or?
Honestly, I'm not even sure.
That was before warp came out.
Shall we call it warp?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
It doesn't really do much, but I was just wondering.
Okay. And 14, you got 4.
How many decks do you have?
A lot.
You have play?
Not all.
You probably should have just done this
I don't know. I've
first.
been doing it forever, dude.
Go ahead.
You done play one?
Did you ever play
That's my play.
Infernoids?
Nah, that's my play like 2001. I'll be a little bit slow. Earlier today, I was playing some Magic with one of my homies.
Special. It's just a.
No.
Yeah. Well, you normal summon and then.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, it's alright.
Swing your lead.
None again.
Auto.
Main, battle,
No cards.
main face.
I'll take it.
Or you can use this. This one's more of a
And it's your go.
They're stronger.
You probably still will.
Oh, is that the one?
These guys.
Yeah,
I mean, they can't really go. How many do we draw?
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. See, there's
Wait a second.
yeah. This guy has a 500.
Don't be showing me. I don't want.
Take it.
No.
Go ahead.
So activate terraforming. It allows me to add a field
30 to 5.
I'll add a
Okay.
light
Swing your leader with Gohan.
Double check.
No, no good.
I'll activate
Draw
the light speed.
No combos.
Gets me to
I'll take it.
Candina.
And you shot your
Summon
move.
Candina.
Oh,
Draw.
In fact, I could search. Gonna go ahead and search Liquor. Next, I'm going to set 2 cards. And I'll end my turn.
Attack your Gohan.
No negates.
Draw.
So activate my.
20.
No darkness?
Yeah. So that actually allows you to tribute my monsters to use
Really?
Go ahead.
my monsters turn into dark. And then if you want to use like
Could have weakened last
a monster effect and it requires a tribute, you can tribute mine.
Oh, dope. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah. So and then I get a token.
Huh?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
because
for
I.
each monster I tribute.
Okay, and if I tribute my
Wait,
monster, I
abilities?
get.
10k.
I never tribute my own.
At Gohan?
No, that's
No
what I
negate.
said.
No combos.
If you never tribute your own, I would never tribute my own either.
1 energy.
alright.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. If you tribute one, you get a token too.
Swing at Gohan.
But this isn't really
No negate.
No. It's mostly to like tribute your opponent's
20?
monsters. So then it like leaves my board and then you have like an open window to.
That'd be 20 even. Because you got the 5k from Caulifla.
So I can summon Arima, right? Make your warden and you drop back and tribute your monster?
Yes.
So I can tribute one dark monster, draw a card, or I can tribute a dark monster and this card to activate this effect. You can
Is it no
have
com?
At
instead,
Gohan.
okay,
No
cool.
negate.
For this effect,
So you
No
could
comments.
choose and then
Awaken.
Yep.
so you tribute her and you're done.
So
She's treated as a dark monster.
what do you think is better, to draw a card or to search for that card?
Normally I
You just draw it?
Yeah.
There's nothing to search on.
I don't search. I always just depending which avenue.
Draw.
This is the I can set cards.
It's mixed with Inferno. Inferno is special sometimes. Well, by banishing.
Gohan to draw.
No negates.
Draw. No combo.
You love that card.
No, it doesn't work
Own
like
it.
that. You can swing 17
Own it, baby.
directly. We swing into the attacks. So attack, it's attack.
Single strike.
No negates.
Auto draw.
I played
No combo.
Yeah. No, you just leave it in attack. If you wanted to bring out a defense, you also if you want to attack directly, you can attack directly. You end your turn. Okay, I'll activate Scapegoat.
What tokens?
And then I get an extra token.
Anything else?
Be my turn.
If it was like during, if it says during
1
either
red
player's turn,
and
you
1
could.
yellow energy open.
But if Infernoids, it says during either player's turn.
But during my turn, I could.
Yeah, during your turn.
That's it.
No, putting in them is creature pass.
My turn, 30.
Go tanks. I'm gonna top 2 red.
The idea is getting things like white waste land out of the
Caulifla ability.
Go for it.
Weaken. Attack Gohan.
No negate.
Draw. No combo. 20k.
next week. It's just Mother's Day. I have to leave early on it.
I'll normal summon Candina. Activate her spec.
I'm gonna do something. Do energy. The end.
Yeah.
I will cast Seal of Doom. I will then sacrifice it.
Attack go hunt for 30k.
Oh, that's right. Shoot. No negate.
35 and pop Kia.
Did not see that coming.
Failure to do that returns off.
If you had a monster here too,
What's
Yeah, he'd be at
Alright.
33.
And it's your go.
Draw.
What you actually do is bounce her back, bring her.
Card in hand.
oh nice.
5, 10.
How much energy do you have?
1 red open, and 2 red tapped and 2 red tapped.
So I'll do these two.
Well, leader of energy.
And slowly on it, that's next. Planeswalker, I'll do the -3 value.
4 mana.
Uses effective because it's cooling. I could discard a card, draw 1 card. I'll discard her.
I use 4.
And I could use I could have an additional bonus.
Okay, so
Silent,
I'm there.
draw.
Get these are effective again.
That's enough.
Enchanted.
1, 2.
What's your life back?
Next, I use life.
Well, you can't do
Target.
like commander that can.
You can activate it. You have to activate it mandatory.
Still time.
on your end phase.
My next
I
one.
have
No, on my end phase.
It's mandatory active.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can activate it before.
2.
Okay. So it's either it's half to no
Yeah.
matter what, and you have to pay the half tax.
4.
So I'll attack 2,000 to 3,300 monster.
Take it.
So I have
You got nothing to defend from here.
So you take
No negates.
1,600.
Cool. So now 80, no, 16.
5.
67?
Yes, Mazra. Call death.
1,016, right?
Whenever a player sacrifices a +1 counter on each creature I
You took
control,
17?
Well, this is the guy 17. This is the guy's 33, right?
and then
Yeah, so
I played Lumbering Falls, draw a card. Yes.
Yep.
Just 1 damage?
1 damage.
Next, I'll attack you directly for 1,300.
take it.
Look for a land.
Go ahead.
I'll attack you directly for 19.
Take it. The last one.
Attack you directly for 18.
Take it. Wait a minute.
Okay.
1,600. Next, it's a quick effect, so bounce her back, special. And it's
All I get is
316.
+1.
Take it. That's game, right?
Tap red. Draw a card.
Your turn. I have this one.
Attack your leader with Caulifla.
1 energy.
So you have.
Oh, I just read this.
Draw.
Oh no, what did you draw?
Jury 2 is on.
I'm going to sack the other 2 guys that I stole. I will choose not to. Yeah, I'll fail fine twice and then shuffle. Because I have no more basics.
Okay.
That's there. So the
Attack your leader with good things.
Okay, going soon, but I'm gonna show you.
No negate.
No combos.
So what you should have done
And cheerio.
is activate this.
What?
So
Draw.
you discard a card. How many do you have? No, just discard 1 card out of this without travel. So you could have just, let's say, discarded
I didn't mean that. That's fine.
and added
That's fine. I messed it up.
a
No.
void piece.
Oh yeah, twin sister.
2.
You actually would have won. So you added, let's see, you added, so this would have been activated. This would have been.
Start 2
Next,
cards.
Do you mind if I read it?
Go for it.
I have sense. Your opponent has 6 or more energy in rest mode and gets 5 cantrips. When you evolve into this card, choose all your opponent's battle cards and energy and switch them to rest mode.
Well, we gotta do a second round.
I was never resolving.
Card in hand.
5, 10,
I have
12.
3 of these guys. It's supposed
Attack
to be
your leader.
down to 2.
No negates.
I should have 2
Auto
of this one
draw.
and 2 of this one. Instead I have 3 in
But
So I always
Does it
just
activate
send
battle?
this.
yep.
You send this one.
Yeah.
For noise to
Deviati. It allows you to tribute a monster and negate a monster.
I can take bonus card.
Yeah. And then so you did that. And now you could actually normal summon him if you want.
So this is special right here.
Yeah, or either with his own, either way, wherever you want. And then as I said, you can hold on to him in your hand and normal summon him. After that, I
So
would
that would
end your turn,
be,
and then I
so
would
do
draw.
that 20,
And then
50,
depending what I do, at the
60.
right time, you should activate this.
That would be 45.
That's exactly 65.
Exactly 65. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 55. Alright, cards in hand.
So you would bring out
10.
And then you can't take my
Attack your leader.
No negates.
and then that again, you could send a different Inferno monster.
Finish me off.
45.
Finish me off.
25, 35, 45, even.
So
You
then
got
you
it.
could then say like
Crap.
which you could tribute one of my monsters to negate
So
a
this
spell.
is my safety net. Haha.
I can negate a monster effect.
Tapping the
And
energy.
all at the same time, you
Yeah, I had to
can
wait till you were at 6. That's why I did not put them down as energy, or else I figured you might think of that.
But I had no idea what you had.
25, 35, 40.
But yeah, this is how this
That's
Alright.
Wow, that's crazy.
Win the money.
Show me.
Draw the
But every deck is different. Like Magic, Drag
It's gonna hurt. Raymond, do it. It's gonna hurt, dude.
Oh no, do you want 35, 40, 45,
Oh, yeah.
50.
Yeah.
25,
And you
I
understand
probably would
Good deck. Good deck.
I was like,
Actually,
oh my
wasn't
god, you might be
during that
nuts.
time. During that time, I was bumming around.
I could have gone.
Did you attack me double strike anymore?
I
Attack me double strike?
No,
so I never got to
I had a feeling you were trying to do that.
Yeah.
Did you draw this off the Did you draw this off the
I always had them off. I did choice. So I was
So
like,
you probably just drew it.
Take over your opponent's. Like, make a bridge.
You attack how many?
And your opponent's
Did you draw any of the super combos?
just any,
Off the 2 life that I attacked you with?
yeah, 2 life. The double
Yeah,
strike
let's do it.
gave me
2 of those?
Yeah, and then I was doing
Yeah,
that.
this deck
So I got
actually
all
works
4.
really well. Let's get the prizes first.
Not on this way.
They just finished the Raymond.
Raymond went first?
Yes, he did.
You got cells, right?
I got Cell, but that wasn't the big